celebration where students invited their core stakeholders, is what we called them, the people that they worked with the most in their organizations and in the community. And at the beginning of the celebration, the students discussed their experience in the class, and I found this to be probably the most rewarding piece of teaching this class, because I got to see that they brought it all together. That despite all the challenges that we all faced, despite all of the flexibility that we all learned about, they got it, that they understood it, and they took on par. And at the end, after the celebration was over, some of the students came up to us and talked to Jason and I informally, and we all went out afterwards to kind of celebrate that the quarter was over. And one of the students talked to me about how she had thought about graduating last year. She could have graduated last year, but she was terrified of this prospect because she felt like she had nothing on her resume. She felt like she was going out completely unprepared. And her parents were not happy with this and decided to not help her with tuition this last year. But she went ahead and did it. And she said that after this class, that she decided that it had been completely worth it to spend this last year in school. And that now she felt like she was prepared to go out into the workforce, that she had a better idea of what was expected of her, that she had more things to add to her resume that were concrete things that she could discuss with a future employer. And she had better skills, she felt like, in terms of being able to be a professional in the outside world, if we could call it that, in terms of outside of the university.
I think one of the things that was really rewarding for me was at the celebration getting to see the community partners interact with their student, and seeing that progression from the first day of class when the students were so, oh my gosh, I'm going out in the community, I don't know what I'm doing, it's so scary, is my community partner going to like me, are they going to be scared of me? And then that progression to, on the celebration day, seeing students' faces light up when the community partners walked in and taking them around. We had brought all of the visual tools that we had used in class and sort of adorned the library presentation room with them, and seeing students take their partners around and saying, oh, this is when I did this is this in class, and it was sort of like parents' weekend almost. And just the excitement on the students' face and the community partners' face to see those bonds that they had created, and then hearing from students afterwards that they felt more invested in community now, that they felt like they were really a part of the Bellingham community and that they wanted to continue to be active. So many of the students after the class have said now that they continue to volunteer at their site, or that they want to get involved in other aspects of community in Bellingham, serve on committees and stuff like that. And that to me is a really exciting sort of product of the class as well. It's not only the students did the great work and everyone's happy at the end, but that they've really sort of made lifelong changes that benefit everyone in the community.
And themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one student actually said one day in the classroom, this is not just a project to me. And I think that said it all. These were not just projects. This was not just a class exercise. This was something that they felt like was real and valuable, and they felt like they had an investment, a personal investment in the community and in their project.